Hello and welcome. I'm Cher, the Shadow Walker. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today I'm looking at cryptid sightings over the last 24 hours in Canada, in the United States, in the Pacific region of Canada and the United States. So a Bigfoot sighting in the central Saanich area near Alec Road. We've had them there before. March 24th at 11:20 p.m. and it was a woman. She observed it in the woods while she was walking her dog and described it as a wild hairy man, and she reported it to the BC's Sasquatch file. That's happened quite a bit right in that area. And there was a dog man in the Pitt Lake area at March 25th at 2:45 a.m. and it was two investigators and they heard a cry followed by a sighting of a tall wolf head figure near the water's edge. And they reported it to the Shadow Walkers archives. That's me. And a hellhound in the Victoria Bastille Square. On March 26th at 1:15 a.m., a group of three people seen a black canine, large, near the old corridor. It left a distinct chill, but no physical tracks, and they reported it to the Victoria Paranormal and Hellhound file. They see them there a lot. Spider humanoid in the Cranbrook and Fire Hall area. On March 25th at 1:50 a.m., a lone security guard witnessed a multi-jointed entity that was pale, and it scaled the side of a historic brick building in a glitchy movement, and they put it in the private researcher's log. And there was a Mothman in the Fraser Lake, Prince George area, just west of Prince George. On March 24th at dusk, two motorists witnessed a large winged silhouette, had red eyes, and it was perched on a bridge, and vocalization described as metallic, and they reported it to the BFRO as a Class B sighting. That's it for BC. Moving on to the Northwest Territories, Yellowknife, and the Yukon. So in the Nanny Valley in the Northwest Territories, on March 24th at 11:50 p.m., two rangers observed a massive bipedal heat signature, heavy aggressive vocalizations, and they reported it to Parks Canada. And a dog man in the Klondike Highway near Camrocks, March 25th at 2:10 a.m., a sole driver, an upright canine figure pacing a transport truck at 60 kilometers, red eye shine, and he reported it to the Yukon Tracker. And there was a skinwalker in Yellowknife near Back Bay. It was March 26th at 1:45 a.m. in the morning, and there was three people in the group, and multiple witnesses heard a child's cry from a frozen lake, no tracks found, and they reported it to the local Indigenous Watch. And in the Yellowknife region near Con Mine area, a spider humanoid on March 25th at 12:30 a.m. in the morning, and it was a security guard. And he witnessed a multi-jointed entity seen scaling a dysfunction-framed head, moved with a jerky, rapid speed. I think he was pretty upset over that. And he reported it in their private log. And there was a hellhound in the Whitehorse area near Crestview, March 24th at dusk, and it was two local residents. And they seen a large black canine near Elzer Road, and it appeared translucent or shimmering, and they reported it to the Yukon Paranormal. And that is it for that area. Now we're going to look at Washington State, and there was a Bigfoot sighting in Shelton in the Mason County area on March 24th at 11:30 p.m., and it was one former deputy. And environmental manipulation, tree twist, pushed over heavy musky odor near highway, and he reported it to the Bigfoot Society. And there was a dog man in the Olympic Peninsula, Forks area, March 25th at 3:15 a.m. in the morning, and it was two people fishing, and they seen a large upright canine pacing the riverbank, glowing amber eyes, and they reported it to the Olympic Tracker / Dogman 2026 file. And there was a spider humanoid in the Tacoma Industrial Tide Flats area, March 24th at 1:45 a.m., and it was a lone security guard, and he witnessed a pale, multi-jointed entity scaling a shipping container, moved with incredible speed, and he reported it in the security log. And there was a hellhound in Mount Rainier on the rural outskirts area. It was March 26th at 12:50 a.m., so early this morning, and it was a local resident. A solid black canine with red glowing eyes stared into the witness's soul from a distance of 10 feet. And they reported it to the National Sightings of the Hellhound file. And a Mothman in the Tacoma County 8 Canyon area, hope I said that right, March 25th at dusk. 3 people, they were on an expedition group. They witnessed a large winged silhouette with red eyes gliding between the ridges, and they reported it to the BFRO and the ufology research. And that's it. In Idaho State, in Magruder Corridor, March 24th at 11:45 p.m., 2 campers. Stalking behavior observed moving parallel to the camp, left unmistakable tracks, and they reported it to the Aui Jack file, and that was a Bigfoot. And a dog van at Priest Lake, the east side, March 25th at 2:50 a.m., and it was a solo driver. Witnessed an upright canine standing on a logging road, and he felt the soul-reading stare, and he reported it to the National Dogman file. And on March 26th at 1:30 in the morning, in the Twin Falls area near the reservoir, a hellhound was sighted by 2 people, a couple. They reported a large black canine with amber red eyes, alerted by dogs before it vanished. So their dogs barked at it, it says. And it was reported to the hellhound file. And there was a spider humanoid in the industrial area of Pontilaco at March 24th at 12:15 a.m., and it was a security guard, and it was a pale, multi-jointed entity seen skittering across the warehouse roofline, and they reported it to the private researchers. And there was a skinwalker in the Cauldron Alden National Forest, March 25th at dusk. 3 hikers. They heard child's laughter coming from a dense thicket, no footprints found, and they reported it to the local watch. So in Oregon, over the last 48 hours, 3 campers on March 24th at 11:10 p.m. witnessed a Bigfoot in the Mount Hood Timberline area. They heard vocalizations of laughter and screams, and then they heard large, heavy footsteps, circling their camp, and they reported it to the Bigfoot Research private log. And a dog man in the Gants Pass Mountains Road area on March 25th at 3 a.m. in the morning, a sole driver saw a large 7-foot bipedal figure standing on the ridge described as towering and powerful, and he reported to the National Dogman file. And there was a hellhound in the Applegate Valley area, March 26th at 1:45 in the morning, so that's this morning, and it was a sole resident. They saw a large black canine with amber eyes pacing the property line, caused intense animal distress to their other animals, and they reported it to the hellhound file. And in the Portland, West Hills area, a spider humanoid was sighted on March 24th at 12:50 a.m. And it was two night joggers. They noticed a pale, elongated entity seen skittering up a steep retaining wall with non-human joints, and they reported it to a private researcher's log. And a skinwalker, or Wendigo, whichever you prefer, in the Warm Spring Reservation area on March 25th at dusk. A group of 4 reported hearing voices call their names from the brush where no one stood. So it was just mimicking them. And they reported it to community elders. And that is it for the Pacific area. Thank you so much for listening. I greatly appreciate it. And have a wonderful and safe day. And if you're out there, remember, carry a GPS if you're in there hiking. And don't forget, take extra batteries with you and let somebody know where you're going. You never know. You just might get the picture.